I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. Very tired. I'm hurt. Very hurt at this time.
It's been an extremely painful week for Valerie LaFontaine. She has sat through her daughter Nicole's inquest in Regina, trying to learn more about how she died. But she's also reminded of what happened to her other daughter, Andrea. She also died of a fentanyl poisoning while living at the YWCA just 7 months before Nicole.
Nicole and Andrea were one was, the other was kind of thing. They were always together. They were the best of friends to each other. You know, they shared everything, including this addiction.
On July 22nd, 2023, Nicole LaFontaine fell 5 stories out of a YWCA building in downtown Regina. Witnesses said she was experiencing psychosis at the time. She was known to have addiction and mental health issues.
I need some answers as to what happened to her. I had to wait a full year, over a year, to find out what happened to Nicole. All I was told for the full year, oh, she jumped out of a window, she fell out of a window. But I didn't know the circumstances around it.
On Monday, a coroner told the jury an autopsy had detected trace amounts of a variety of drugs in LaFontaine's system. That coroner was one of 16 witnesses that testified. The jury heard how LaFontaine's roommate had complained to staff that she was talking to herself in bed. Staff on duty that night testified that before LaFontaine went out the window, she had not been exhibiting signs of harm to herself or risk of harming others. YWCA staff answered questions about bed checks, why the windows weren't closed, and other things that could have prevented LaFontaine's death.
I personally, as the leader of the organization, feel a huge amount of accountability and responsibility for Nicole's death. I feel that way every time that we have a death. I feel that way when we have a near death, and I think for me it's the catalyst that pushes me forward for change.
Coomber Benson testified that the floor LaFontaine was staying on was only approved for women experiencing homelessness. It's not intended for mental health and addictions support. The CEO of the Y wants in-house mental health and nurse practitioner staff, but needs more funding. She hopes to use the jury's recommendations to add strength to the YWCA's perspective. Laura Sharpaletti, CBC News, Regina.